Hi Capricorn, welcome back to Wandering Magic. These are going to be your career and finance messages, and it's going to be for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and potentially your Jupiter. And this is going to be for the next 3 months. So it'll be August, September, October. If you're listening to this in August, check back in the later months to see where we stand and where we are. You. That's what I mean. Okay. Weird. The song that I was getting was I hate to say it, R. Kelly, Step in the Name of Love. So it's like it's kind of like I think like a line dance, or like step, side to side, round and round, hit the deck, and let me see you do the love slide, right? Almost like there's a message almost like of performing. So it's like, are you performing? Like, are you not being authentically and thoughtfully yourself in something? In something career and finance related. Are you in a career that someone else asked you to do? So my classic example of this is like especially like the millennial generation, not that the other generations can't relate, but for millennials, a lot of us, and I am a millennial, but a lot of us weren't really given a choice in the matter when it came to what exactly we wanted, and a lot of our goals and our lives, and as far as career goes, were manipulated by our parents, where they wanted us to be like, do this, and that was never really gave us a voice to say or even try to figure out what it was that we wanted. Like I remember just thinking way back, I don't know why I always get personal with like Capricorns. It's so strange. But anyway, with for me personally, I remember when I was graduating high school, I was about to graduate high school. It was my senior year, and I have found this program. I can't remember how. And so it was basically to be an accountant, and it was like you skipped college to, and again, this was a long time ago, so I'm probably butchering the program, but essentially it was like they gave you a laptop, you did the online school, and I was going to be an accountant. I didn't have to go to a 4-year college. I could do it in 2 years, and that was the program. They were offering me, like, it was almost like a too good to be true kind of thing. Like they were even offering me some type of like help with tuition. And so I remember I told my mom at the time, what this was, and I was excited, and I was like, oh, this person wants to speak to you, like sounds like a really good opportunity. And my mom was so mad, and she cursed this lady out. That's all I'm gonna say. Never heard from her again. I ended up not doing that, and I went to college. We're gonna move on with the rest of my story personally. But what I'm saying is, this has everything to do with what is it that you truly and authentically want for yourself when it comes to not only finances, but your career. And so you're questioning that in the next 3 months, and actually more so in the next 4 weeks, because you got family room, which kind of puts the timing on to about 4 weeks. But then you got message of concern, and then the journey. And so message of concern to me shows that you're not really sure, and like bringing this up is somehow causing some kind of conflict. But then with this journey card here, it's going to take you a while to figure out and know exactly what it is that you want. And so with that, I'm just going to suggest to be patient with yourself. Somebody in your family perhaps can guide you in the right direction, or somebody that you view as family can guide you in that direction, and they can maybe suggest things. But remember, their decisions and their life are it's their opinion. Ultimately, this is your choice. Okay? Your choice. and you choose what you want. So just be careful when it comes to that whole like family room thing. But it could be that a parent maybe pushed you in the direction that you didn't really want to go in, but you kind of did it anyway, or just someone that you admire or look up to kind of pushed you in that direction of that career, and now you're just kind of questioning, like, is this really something that I want to do? But also, like, I've come so far, I'm getting with this card, like, I've come so far, I might as well just stay here. But the reality is, like, people change careers all the time, and people are allowed to change their minds. And even if you've been in a career for 10 years, what better opportunity to leave and start anew? Why wait another 10 years to stay in that career and then have maybe regrets or resent somebody for something that they kind of talked you into doing, but it really wasn't something you wanted to do in the first place? So you also have, for your oracle message, professional assistance, going to that open house, calling schools, asking for information packets, actually going into places, going to someone that you know has that career and getting their advice. Again, we're listening and we're taking the advice, but you do what you want with the advice at the end. Okay, so that is neither here nor there. But it seems like this right here, these two professional people are in a library and they're gathering resources. But also, if you don't want to do what I just said as far as the professional assistance, you might want to just do the research on your own. Go figure. There's all these resources that we have. The internet and technology is crazy now, and it can narrow things down for you. So you can figure out, you know, what it is that you want for yourself. But just research and really put some thought and energy into what this is, and then the answer would just come to you. It would just come to you. I don't know how else. I trust me, I know these things. We have, for our tarot cards, the Ace of Cups, the High Priestess, and the Six of Swords. Yeah, Six of Swords. So what I'm seeing with this is you want to be fulfilled. You want to be stable. You want to create this harmonious balance of fun and work. And you want to create this like infinite flow of things just happening, working, doing. And here's the thing, what I was talking about, you living out someone else's ideas, so to speak. This High Priestess came out in reverse, and she's like, you're not listening to yourself. You're not following your intuition. You're not listening to the little voice inside of you, or the big voice rather, because the voice is loud. But can you hear it? And if it's low, it's because you're choosing not to hear it. What you feel and what you see for yourself is no one else's business and no one else's concern. At the end of the day, when it comes to like work and the things that we do, like anybody could just get a job somewhere to get money, and there's no judgment in that, and that's totally fine. But a lot of times those initial jobs are just like stepping stones to take you to the next level. Those stepping stones to take you to the next phase and stage in your life. Getting the experience, leaving, taking the experience, learning from that, and go, or doing completely something different. And just like being an eclectic person where you had that experience and you had that life and it was great, but now you want to do something else, and that's totally fine. The problem is you don't seem to want to move anywhere. You seem stuck, and it might be like you're I started seeing like a spiral, like that was like big, and then the spiral was getting smaller and smaller, kind of like a tornado, like that kind of shape. Oh wow, that's chaos. Nobody wants that energy. We don't claim that in the next 3 months. But it just seems like the journey to get there is not going to be smooth, and also it's not going to be easy. So this must be like a complete change Also, take your time with this. Like, just take your time, because you don't have the answers. Try to stay open-minded to the possibilities of what could be, and that's how you get started on what it is that you want. Try not to let this stress you out, because it feels very stressful. It feels like running out of time. And really, if that's the narrative you created, and this is what we need to work on changing in the next couple of months, because in the next couple of weeks, actually, because there's something in the next 4 weeks that's going to really I see you like being ripped out of your seat and being propelled forward, like almost like it has to happen that way. Like if you're not allowing yourself to figure it out, something drastic is going to happen that's going to put you in a predicament to say, well, I tried to tell you that you should listen to your intuition and you didn't, and here we are. For your oracle messages, we have Owl, which says knowing, clear sight, and quiet. So for some of you, flat out, straight up meditation. Get quiet, sit on it, think about it, be it, feel it. What is it that you want? If you don't know what you want, this is what we're going to be figuring out, okay, in the next 3 months, August, September, October. And so look at that, your mushroom message is creation. Step out on faith and walk into your purpose. Be guided by what you love most in life. Can't make this up. Isn't that what I just said? But like that said it so much better and quicker. Anyway, all right. Hopefully you can still hear me because my earphone popped out a little. Watch your sun, moon, and rising for any additional messages, and I'll see you next time. Bye.